the sights and sounds of earth. The sights and sounds of earth. The sights and sounds of earth. The sights and sounds of
Wow. Okay, hello everybody. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures. Welcome in. I'm actually monitoring some stuff going on one of the local repeater channels here. People yelling at each other and everything. A lot of people don't have a sense of humor. Yeah, a lot of that going on. Anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome. This is the Christmas Eve edition of the Sights and Sounds of Earth. We're going to give folks a few minutes to come in. As they're coming in, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because this is just going to go on for a while apparently. So let me just turn that off. All right, I'm broadcasting live tonight from Starship Studios in Southwest Florida. And we are live coming out on fiber optic, broadcasting worldwide on YouTube, the largest broadcast platform in the world, and broadcasting from our suite of studios here. It's one room, but from in here I can broadcast a lot of different things. And I've spent the day today, besides Mom's home. I got her out of the nursing home today. She walked out and she's like, I've been paroled. It was hilarious. And but I brought her home. She's happy. She's in her own home. A lot going on today. Produced the show earlier, but while thinking about stuff, I called several friends and I spoke for a while on the phone with them about this idea of starting the ham radio station. I've gotten nothing but positive feedback from everybody I've spoke to about it. I've got offers of help. So I do believe that as of today, I have decided that I'm doing this for sure. I'll get back with you guys as we get through it here. But I have a lot of time over the next, I have a hard time sometimes where I go a whole week where I really don't have a lot of free time. I don't play video games anymore. I'm not raising a family. I'm not doing nothing. But I had a lot going on. I had a loved one in an out-of-town nursing home. Plus, I'm producing a show. I have private clients. I'm a web designer. I do websites. Plus, this channel. My life gets very busy. I have a unique opportunity over Christmas here where I'm going to actually have some time to sit here and work on something. And I've decided that I'm going to publish this radio station. It should be up in a couple of days. I'm going to try to get it on TuneIn and Spotify and eventually everywhere live broadcasts are carried. And I'm ecstatic. I think it's going to be great. I'm working on a logo that's going to be similar to Starship Adventures, but different. I don't know if you guys have noticed tonight, but I switched to my Christmas logo, which I just made this morning. I hope you guys like that. I like the brand. Branding is so important, and it's the one thing that most amateurs like myself that get on here on YouTube, and we start trying to get our first 100, our first 1,000. It's difficult because a lot of folks don't understand branding, and branding is so very, very important. Branding, color branding, shape and size branding, branding by sound, by a little piece of music. There's so many different ways that you can make something memorable to something, and you do that by uniformity, like branding. And so anyway, I rarely change my logo, but I'm probably going to start doing this a little more often. I should have done it for Halloween. I could have made a really cool orange and black one that would have been fun with like a big spider on it or something. It would have been cool. So I kind of feel like I missed an opportunity there. So I'm going to go back and do it. I may have another one for next week for New Year's. I'm not sure yet. But I think it's something I'm going to start doing is switching out the logos for holidays and stuff like that. It's kind of cool, and it's a neat way to get your logo out there more than it already is. Anyway, so that's why we've got the Starship logo looks different. It's because I changed the blue to green and I added snow, and so that's all I did to it. But it looks pretty cool. All right, on the screen tonight, I I hung up some Christmas lights. On the screen tonight, these are just different views of different Christmas things going on around the world. Let me turn that off. Hold on. There we go. There we go. All right, yeah, these are just different views from around the world, different Christmas views, snow views, different things like that. And it's going to be rotating around. There's not a lot going on tonight. I couldn't find any protests necessarily. If you guys find something, I'll pop it in here. I'm not opposed to it. But not a whole lot to really talk about tonight as far as that goes. So I'm just going to do some like pre-Christmas stuff tonight. We're going to let you guys steer the conversation. I'm going to run tonight kind of like a Freestyle Friday, where you guys can call in about anything you want. Of course, we'll use the chat room because we don't have call-in lines, which is something I'm probably going to do eventually, is have a call-in line. I've been looking, it's not that expensive at all, to have a telephone number dedicated to the show, and I can give it to you guys, and you can literally call in, and I can hit the button and put you on the air. And I can see who's calling on it, so I would know that it's somebody I know or whatever, and I would pre-register people, all my mods and stuff. I would know who they are, so I would know when they come up, I would save them in it. I'm going to figure out that. That's down the road a ways. But I'm going to figure out that. I want a way for you guys to be able to call in and chime in on something real quick. Okay, so let's see. Man, there's a lot of people in here already. Okay, so Bill, Victor, Neighbor, Ron, and Heath. aka Comms Prepper. Junior, let's see here. Frazier, welcome back. Terry, thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate it. Gator, what's up, man? Splash in. And yeah, Eyes on Heaven, thank you for being here very much. And Jungle, thank you as well. All you guys in here, I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to do merch. Guys, I'm going to do it. It all comes in time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to rush. It's not that I'm lazy or whatever. I'm busy. And I'm trying not to rush. Memberships, way too early for memberships, if ever. Merchandise, yes. Pretty soon, actually. I would love to get my own shirts. And I've been looking at some different options. And, you know, and I'm like, well, God, if I get a nice embroidered shirt, collared shirt, it's going to be $30 delivered to your house. That seems like a lot of money, but people keep telling me, look, to some people that's not a lot of money and they want your shirt, you know. So, and then I would also have some cheaper styles, you know, like t-shirts for like $15, something like that. I could do hats first. I don't think of hats because I don't wear hats. It looks like I've been wearing them my whole life, but the truth is I've never been a hat wearer. I've always had hats. I've got a Fox News hat. I got like 3 different ones. They're great. I even got one that says, I got one that says, right all along, which is our slogan, right all along, get it? And it's a red hat, and on the side of it, it has our station logo. We've had them before that say, you know, make talk radio great again and shit like that. I mean, we use all the different puns and the different hats. You can only imagine. But no, I do want to get some hats. They won't have any political shit on them, I promise. I want to just get some logo stuff at first. I want to put my logo on different things, and maybe some of these different logos too. You know, maybe maybe next year we'll have a Christmas shirt or whatever. But yeah, hats are easy. Look, it's really, I could set this up in a day. I could. But I think it's a little presumptuous. I think it's too early. I get 500, 600, 700 people on my show at night. I don't think I'm quite there yet where there's a lot of people that are going to want to be buying my merch at this point. It sounds even weird to say that. Well, yeah, dollars are. Yeah, I mean, what the $15 shirt's now $30. You know, yeah, yeah. So I hope I'm in the right mind with this. Thank you. I think I am. I hope I am. That yes, I'm doing all these things in order as I get to them. I've had people send me stuff that I've done review videos on. And I had one thing sent to me that it was crap, and I said in the review video I didn't much like it, you know. I was honest about it. I think that's important in review videos. I have some, I released a video on the construction mess in my town. I re-released the Blairsville video, the Helen video. I re-released a couple of other videos in there. I got my editor out last week, and I spent about 10 hours in here. My butt was hurting. I sat here and just edited, pull down graphic, make a card, edit. And I've got this thing, the Adobe Audition has this thing called Podcast Enhance, and it's a paid function. You have to pay for it, okay? But I get it with my suite of programs through work, and they don't charge per use or anything, so my work don't care. So, I run things through that enhancer, and it comes back and it takes all the traffic noise out and everything. So even though I'm standing on the side of the road and there's like motorcycles going by and shit, all you hear is me. And I thought it was pretty cool. That's what I need. That's what I need is Starship Adventure fedoras. Fraser, that's funny. That would actually be a funny t-shirt. Yeah. They keep releasing more and more pictures. The only thing that seems to be fairly steady about it is every batch of everything they release has a bunch of Bill Clinton pictures. They've got pictures of Bill when he's 35. They got pictures of Bill when he's 40, when he's 45, when he's 50, when he's 60, when he's 70. I really wish they'd put my pictures everywhere. It makes me embarrassed. There you go, banana hammocks. I mean, it's the usual stuff. Mouse pads, mouse pads, coffee cups. In fact, I don't know where it is right now. Oh. I have a really nice Starship Adventures coffee cup. Where is that thing? I got one from Yezu too, but you don't want to know what you have to pay at this place to get the cup holder. It's I use it to keep my phaser in. It holds my phaser. You should always have a good place to store your phaser. I don't know where that thing went. Nikki bought it for me. Made it for me, actually. I think she makes them at her house there. Beautiful big coffee cup with the Starship logo on it. It's really nice. Kitty swag. That's what I need to do, is put the pictures of, like, you can get the whole set. It's got the logo on one side and a different cat on the other side. Mama Bleep, Daddy Kitty, and Ed Earl Grey, and all of the different cats all the way down. I spend my nights with a Florida man. That would be a good t-shirt right there. Please remember that, because I think I like that. I spend my nights with a Florida man. I love that. And you know the joke down here about the whole Florida man thing? They're always talking about Florida man, Florida man. They're never Florida men. They're transplants. They're Yankees. They're visitors. They're like a Florida man, blah, 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 blah. And you read all the way down, and in the last paragraph, they're like, the man's been kind of weird ever since he moved here 6 months ago from New York. I'm like, that's not a Florida man. It's a transplant. Anyway. Making a list and checking it twice. There you go. All right. The only weather to speak of is this mess I've got here off of the coast, off Eureka. Northern California. It's going to be moving up into Crescent City. The whole thing's moving from south to north. And the coastline all through Crescent City, even further up into Oregon, as they call it out there, I think. It's gonna rain up here quite a bit tonight. But that's pretty much what we got going on. There's not a whole lot going on in the country besides that. Look at that. That's it. All these green lines in here are different flood watches. And there's a marginal risk for weather, and that's what we're seeing here is the end of that as it moves up. So this has moved up the coast of California today. And of course, California cannot tolerate water like some other places can because of the mudslides and things like that. They have deforested a lot of their mountainsides and things like that, so heavy rain can actually bring down the mountain. And so you'd buy the kitty merch, Terry? All right, well, I'm telling you what, I may actually do it. Yeah, a real Florida man. There you go. My cats love catnip, and they're all a little different. Like, I got one cat that sniffs it and walks away. Not his thing. But I got other cats that will sit there and roll and roll and roll. And you know what Shadow does? The big black cat, she rolls and rolls and rolls, and she's ignorant, right? She's huge. So as she's rolling around on the floor, she inevitably will roll into one of the other cats. And when that happens, that other cat ends up I don't know. It's kind of sad, but gets its ass kicked because it shouldn't have been where it was, I guess. I don't know. Your ass is on TV. You don't care? Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure, because, you know, it's a little weird. Kitty, you misread it. Did you put a T on there? Yep, it's a waxing moon. Little sliver, I think, last night. It wasn't very big. California's getting low on gasoline. Yeah, and they're in debt pretty bad, too. I don't know how they're going to buy it without credit. Yep, this is Mama Bleeper. She's my baby girl. She was completely feral when she wandered up here. Oh, well, thank you, Victor. I appreciate that. Not necessary, guys, but I do really appreciate it. I love you guys for that. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Hi. She's bleeping. You guys can't probably see it, but her tongue's hanging out. Turn around this way and look up at the camera. See her tongue? Yeah, they like to chew on the antennas. Mine don't do it too bad, but if I leave one sticking up, what they do is they immediately, anytime a portable radio is left in the upright position like this, they immediately go love it to the lowest position possible. They immediately walk over and headbutt it and knock it over. I'm like, what'd you do that for? And it's like, oh, I was trying to love the radio and it just wouldn't accept my love. Isn't that right? She's a good kitty. It's gonna be weird this year. I normally do a lot more family stuff right around Christmas, but none of my family's gonna be in town this Christmas, except some of my immediate family. I am gonna go Christmas Eve for a couple hours and see everybody, but I'll be back here in time to do a 9 o'clock show. Oh, really? You grow catnip? That is cool. Yeah, it's kind of a weed. I heard that it's not that hard to grow. It doesn't take special fertilizers or anything. Thank you, Victor, very much. Victor, by the way, Victor is one of my longest running supporters out there on the channel. I just want to point that out. I think he was one of my first couple of mods. I think after Carlotta Alada and VTX, I think he was my third mod that I had. So thank you very much, Victor, for all the support over the years. Let's see here. Yes, Heath, I am switching to another way for people to send me donations. They do get almost 30%. I know it sucks. It is what it is right now. I look at it this way. They take care of everything for me. You know, I am not negative on YouTube like a lot of people are because, you know, YouTube takes care of me as a broadcaster so far. Now, I know they say, back YouTube until it happens to you or whatever. Well, I get that. And I know some people have lost their channel over stupid bullshit. I know it's not a perfect system, but right now I'm in the system and I'm working it and I love it. And YouTube supports every activity that I do. They allow me to broadcast as many channels as I want for as many hours as I want to 1 million people or to one person, and they don't charge me a penny. However, they do take their cut of what I make. They take 50% of my ad revenue and just shy of 30% of my supers. Yes, and I'm speaking very frankly to you right now as a YouTube creator. I know that seems like a lot, okay? It's not so bad. I'm going to get a direct deposit way to do this. There's some services out there. I can't remember the name of the one I was looking at. But I could create it and link it, and it would be a way for you guys to send it, and it wouldn't go through YouTube. And that's probably how I'm going to end up doing it. Yeah, I could. There's a buy me a coffee thing, where you go there and you just hit the button and you pay $5 or whatever. There's different ones I could use where the site would only get a very small amount, 2% or 5% or something. There may even be some where the percentage is next to nothing. I don't know. But I am working on that. I do want to do that. I know a lot of people don't do super chats because of the percentage. But like I said, you have to keep in mind that YouTube is my partner, and the only money they get from me is they get half of what I make on commercials, and they get a little bit of my super chat money. That's what they get. That's what they have to operate the whole website on. And I know they're a billion, trillion-dollar corporation, but they're also one of the most expensive websites in the world to maintain. They've got the largest library of videos. Some of my ghost hunting shit is still on there from 15 years ago. And this YouTube is actually, right now, documenting our existence better than any way we've ever done it before. Everybody in the world has a pocket camera that they can pull out and immediately document something. And what we've got now is we've got videos of all the happenings around Earth. I want you to think about this. If you want to watch a video of what happened 200 years ago, you're screwed. We only know what happened 200 years ago because we recreate it now. You know what I'm saying? Or we see maybe a photograph. I'm talking about in 200 years from now, they'll be able to go back on YouTube and watch this show tonight. As a matter of fact, if you're watching from our distant future, welcome. Isn't that cool? I mean, think about that. There could be someone in the year 2055 right now that found my broadcast and found it nostalgic and found it interesting, what I was doing in this two-dimensional environment, and spent the time to sit there and watch me, and is now listening to me talking about him 30 years in the future watching us. Are you guys confused yet? God, I love this shit. All right, anyway, it's not 70%. It's not. It's like, it's right around 50% was what was my agreement. My agreement was like 50%. It was 50-50. Now, I don't know if that's changed or whatever, but that was the agreement I made. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Ron. It's not the best situation, and I'm going to fix it. Just give me some time. I've got so many irons on the fire right now that I just don't know where to start. And now I've got this radio station literally up my ass. I am making such beautiful music with Suno that I believe right now that I can make a radio station that you would listen to. I believe right now that I can make a radio station that you would listen to. And it's going to be based around events, based around ham radio stuff, based around funny quinky dink things, but it's all going to be really good music. Some of it just instrumental. It'll be really good music. And when I talk about this, I'm going to launch it probably on this coming weekend. I'm going to probably launch it sometime between now and this coming weekend. I'll at least launch it on Starship After Dark. And you'll be able to watch the thing on Starship After Dark. And what you'll do is you put this up on a screen in your ham shack, and it's going to have a ham clock on it. It's going to have the clock. It's going to have the solar information, the sun, the moon cycle, the day line, night line. It's going to have all the different screens on that. I'm going to use that ham desktop software, and I'm going to use the Linux computer, and I'm going to actually feed the radio station with the ham clock on the screen. So it gives you something to see and something to listen to. But I'm also going to send it to Spotify and to wherever, TuneIn. Yeah, it's time to geek out. Yeah. So let me fix the super chat thing. Just hold your money. Let me fix the super chat thing. And I'll get that done in the next 30 days, and I will post it. Also, the website, I haven't done anything with the website in a while. It just sits there. And so I've also got on my list of things to do a revamp on the website, and I'm going to be putting some more things on there that will be interactive or that you can see or do or whatever. So I've got a lot going on, but the radio station thing's going to go first because I can knock this out and literally get it on the air in the next 2 days. I should be able to have it on the air by Christmas Day because I've got a bunch of time and I'm not going to sit here and not get something done. So I think what I'm going to do, I've already made 16 songs. I'm going to go ahead and punch out 100 songs, and then I'm going to start the radio station and I'm going to kick it off. And 100 songs gives me, I don't know, about 16 hours worth of music. I can go ahead and kick it off, get it going, loop it, and then start adding more songs to it. And then Christmas Day, I can get it registered. I can go ahead and send it off to all the different services to get registered. And we'll see how it goes. I think it's cool. Yeah, it's definitely time to geek out. Also, over the coming weekend, I'm going to be going up and doing ham radio stuff with the Ham Club up in Central Florida. So I'm looking forward to that. Having an issue, man. I got a VHF 5/8 wave. It doesn't work on UHF. It's so bad I can't even use it. I'm afraid the SWR's got to be really bad. So I've decided to if I don't find one before, I'm going to find some kind of stacked collinear 440 antenna that I can put on the back of my car to give me some high performance. Isn't that weird? Yeah, and it's weird because the effect that catnip has on cats, it hits their love bone, if you will. I know that sounds kind of weird, but if you notice when they're rolling around on the ground, a lot of times you'll hear that trilling sound. And they continuously do that head roll thing, which is what they do when they're loving on you. So it kind of hits them in the love nerve. I don't know exactly how. I also noticed sometimes the old fat fixed cats seem to react more to it than the younger, more feral cats do. You're listening in the shower? No, that's not creepy. I just so you guys know, I don't like wasting time. I think I like to spend a lot of time in the shower. I like to run the hot water out. But that being said, I feel like it's a waste of time. So what I like to do is anytime I get into a shower, I like to put on a podcast or a video or something so that I'm entertained in the shower. I'm doing something. Sometimes I'll even have the phone read me something while I'm in the shower. I want to figure out how to do something or whatever. Yeah, at least you're not making a salad in there. There you go. Hey, Art, welcome. Welcome, Turks and Caicos Islands. Oh, it's the tropics. The weather's always good in the tropics, right? Unless there's a hurricane coming. You guys had a close brush this year with Melissa. Jamaica is going to be a long time to recover. I think it passed off to your north as like a 3 or something. I don't know. All right. So anyway, Earl Grey. That's what I named Earl, was Earl Grey, but Carlotta changed it to Ed Earl. So I call him Ed Earl Grey. So it is what it is. Yep, you guys managed to. We got nothing. I don't think the U.S. took a hurricane hit all year. It was a strange year, but that's fine. We'll take it. All right. I'm probably going to go another 30, 40 minutes, guys. I'm not going to do a real long. Remember I did 3.5 hours last night. I don't have it in me tonight. Tomorrow, we'll do a longer show. We're going to do a Christmas Eve show. And I'll go on at 9. We'll do a couple hours. We'll see what's going on. I do want to do. I want to do one thing tonight. Let me set this up. Give me just a second to set this up. Give me just a second here. Oh, I got to find the right button. Oh, here we go. We're going to do some polling tonight. All right, here you go, guys. I may have spelled something wrong. I don't care. Of these, which is the best Christmas movie? Now, I can't put 12 choices. So, of the ones I put there, what do you guys think's the best one? A Christmas Story? You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? That's really nice, Clark. Really nice. Or Scrooged with Bill Murray. Believe it or not, that's my favorite. That's my vote right there. And It's a Wonderful Life, which is kind of the classic, the go-to classic. But in my opinion, these are 4 of the all-time best Christmas movies. And yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Nobody's picking Scrooged. That's okay. I get it. I love that movie. There's just something about that movie. I can't get enough of it. I love 3 or 4 of the actors very much in it. And oh, there you go. Oh, isn't I love old Ed Asner. He's pretty good. I love that old man. Yeah, I don't know that I've seen that movie. Yeah, I love them all too. I'd watch any of the 4 of them right now with you, but I wish we could just sit here and watch movies. Truthfully, for years, for me, it was National Lampoon's. That is just always going to be one of the best Christmas movies ever. And of course, right now, I think Scrooged with Bill Murray is probably my absolute favorite. Anyway, but they're all so good. Well, there you go. It looks like A Christmas Story is going to win out. That's why that TNT channel or whatever plays the whole thing for like 36 hours or some shit. Because that truly is the universal Christmas story. That was made like, what was it, early 80s or late 70s? It was made about the 40s or 50s. You know, it was just such a, I don't know. There's nothing that special about it, but it's so special. If that makes sense. It's just a really good story with really good cast. And I don't know if you guys know it or not. The house exists. You can go rent it. In fact, if you sign up ahead of time and you pay enough money, you can stay Christmas night in that house. And they had cast members come back. The guy that played the kid that shot his eye out, he goes back and visits the house. He does appearances there. He helps them out. It's pretty cool, actually. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's a great movie. John Candy. Yeah, great movie. Oh, The Christmas Story's good. I don't like it as much, like I said, as Scrooged or National Lampoons. But all right, well there we go. Let's go ahead and end that one. I got another one we can do here real quick. 12 votes. There's like 37 people in here. I got 12 votes. What happened, guys? Couldn't decide? I mean, you're not going to get in trouble for not voting. No, he really never did. I don't know if he really wanted to. A lot of child actors, it's just not for them. I don't remember, though, exactly what his story was. Let's see if I'll be put this in here. Now, there's a question that has been on people's minds for a very long time. And it's a serious question. And it's a question that since the days of Jesus have been asked over and over, and we just don't know the answer to this question. So I'm going to put it on here, and I think once and for all, finally, in this chat room tonight, everybody please vote. It's important. This goes all the way back. It's very important. The question is Die Hard a Christmas movie? We have to know the answer. I personally think it certainly is a Christmas movie. I mean, come on, it's a Christmas movie. He either shoots up, burns down, or knocks over 17 Christmas trees during that movie. How can it not be a Christmas movie? What do you think? I think she's voting no. 80% yes. Oh, wait, we just lost some. 67. I was like, oh, I didn't think it'd be that high. I know. It's a joke. I tell people Galaxy Quest is my 6th favorite Star Trek movie, and I almost get slapped. It is sad how Bruce Willis is now, but please remember, just keep it in perspective. He's an old man, lived a long life, made a lot of money, had a lot of fun, and this is going to happen to a lot of us, unfortunately. Yes, it's a Christmas movie. Yeah. This has been, we do this on the show. Trey asked me tonight, what's your favorite Christmas movie? And Kat answered, our call screener Kat, she answered A Christmas Story. Or I think her favorite's the other one. I don't know, the older one. And then when it came to me, I said, Die Hard, of course. And she freaked out because I knew she would. And then I finally said, no, I'm just kidding. Die Hard's my 3rd favorite Christmas movie. Oh, it was a great movie. They're great movies. You got to be into that kind of movie. It's one of those movies where, you know, the guy has to survive the whole movie and then he wins. I don't know. I was joking earlier. I don't know. We've been talking about this on our show for 6 or 7 years, where every year we have an argument on the air about whether Die Hard is actually a Christmas movie or not. It gets confusing. Is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie? I don't know. Oh, he does. I didn't know that. That's cool. I heard it's absolutely amazing there. Some of the nicer places in the whole Caribbean there. It's not serious. All right, so 75% of you guys, 75%. 75% out of 12 votes. I don't know where everybody else is, guys. You can vote. Come on. I can't see who votes for what. It's a private vote. Uh, 75% feel that Die Hard. I need to take a picture of that and send it to Kat and say, look what my audience said, woman. The Exorcist is an excellent holiday flick. Yeah, I agree. I think so, Art. It's supposed to be. See, I'm an air conditioner kid, so the tropics is not really my favorite. I got a cabin in the mountains that I own, and I'm getting ready to move up there. I really don't want to live in the tropics anymore. I don't like the humidity. I can't stand it. And we get breaks up here. We're subtropical, which means 6 months out of the year we're not tropical. Right now it's nice outside. The humidity's normal. But in the summertime it's oppressive here. It's like a wet blanket. It's terrible. And it's even worse down there where you're at. I'm sure it's very humid down there a lot. I'm not much on the tropics. I'm an air conditioning kid. I like the AC. I like the cool, dry mountain air. When I go up to the mountains, I open all the windows in my cabin the whole time I'm there unless it gets cold. I love the cool, fresh air. Because my whole life down here in Florida, I've spent stuck in a room with the air conditioner on. I don't play sports. Why? Because I'd have to go out in the heat. Are you crazy? Yeah, throw some likes on there. I'd appreciate that. I do appreciate it. All right, yeah, the numbers are low tonight, but we're coming into Christmas. Numbers are always low. Tomorrow night, there could literally be 5 of us in here. I have no idea. A lot of people will be busy with family. Then again, 9 o'clock Eastern, a lot of people are finishing up with family. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm sure it is, Art. I can only imagine. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I watch YouTube on my Roku TV. I got 3 Roku TVs in my house. And one of them's a Roku TV. The other 2 have Roku sticks in them. And I use them mostly for YouTube. You know, I'm a YouTube content creator, but I also watch most of the content I watch on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I'll mention it again tonight. Adam the Woo passed away. For those of you who don't know or know him, Adam the Woo, over 1 million. He had his gold plaque, and he passed away. They went on a welfare check, and they couldn't get him to come to the door. And they used a ladder and looked in his window and saw him out on the bed. So they broke in, and they found him unresponsive, or actually they found him already passed, I believe. So that's just sad. I feel a little lost myself. I've been watching Adam the Woo for years. I love his content. Carlotta really loves his content, and he'll be missed. But remember what I said earlier about legacy? Adam the Woo will live on forever on YouTube, at least until the big solar storm, or until the AI takes over and kills us and turns us all into a big battery. Yeah, you can chat on Roku. It's a pain in the ass, though. What Carlotta used to do, and what I've done a few times myself, if I'm going to chat, I will watch it on the TV, and I'll just have the chat room on my phone or on my tablet. Yeah, there's a way to do it on the TV to pull the chat up, but I don't remember how to do it. Yes, Heath, I'm working on that now. What I'm going to do is I will be able to put callers on the air, but I'm going to have to find a way to pre-screen. You know, after that guy that night that fooled me into let him put his video on here, I need to be careful somehow. I need to try to find a way where, like, it'll be a service where you guys can call me. And what I'll do is I will approve. I'll have you guys approve people. You know what I mean? So we can try to put a step in there, and then when people call, it'll light up on my screen that I've got a call coming in from so and so. And then I can say, okay, hey, Bill's calling in. I can hit the button. So what's up, Bill? Hey, man, and we can have a conversation just like on a telephone, except it'll be, at least on my end, it'll be on the computer. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Or the other option is Zoom. I have a paid corporate Zoom account that I pay for personally. I could take that Zoom account, and you guys could zoom in with your phone. You can zoom in on a computer. You can zoom in tablet. You can zoom in about 10 different ways. And we could do it that way, and we could actually see you if you wanted to broadcast video. So, and every time I start figuring out the phone thing and all that, I'm like, I feel like I'm going backwards. We should be doing this with Zoom. Just do it with Zoom. I've already got a paid account. I can literally go into the back side of Discord, where only the moderators can go, and just put tonight, put the link for the Zoom meeting in there for you guys. And you guys can just pop in. And then when you pop up on Zoom, I can literally put your face. I can put our faces together next to each other in the box, and we can sit here and talk. I would love to start doing that in interviews and different things. So we're going to be doing this. It's all coming up really soon. I've been doing a lot. We just added the music. I've just added music in, music out, music on breaks. We're now rolling the breaks once a show, which, by the way, it's time to roll the break right now. So there'll be a lot we can do with it. And I'm trying every day to make this show feel more professional and less amateur. There's only so much I can do in a day, but we're getting there. Real quick, and then we're going to go into a break. I will make it a short break. We'll roll the commercials while we're in the break, so then we'll figure that out. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I go in the break, I just want to mention I'll be here tomorrow night, 9:00 p.m. I'll be here Saturday night. I'll be here Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Friday night, I'm going to have an abbreviated show. I'll still probably come on around 9 o'clock. I may come on early. I may come on about 8 o'clock instead if I can get out early and just knock the show out, spend an hour, hour and a half on with you guys, and then call it, because I'm going to be in the car traveling. And at night in the car traveling, there's just not a lot to see. You're just sitting there listening to me drone on. So anyway, we'll figure that out, and then that's that. So tomorrow night and the next night, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, I will be on regular, and then Friday short show in the car, Saturday night full show but in the car, and then Sunday night back here in studio. Now next week, regular shows all week, and I do believe I'm going to be home for Christmas Eve. And the plan right now is to do Christmas Eve here on the air. Or New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve. Here's the thing. I'm very tired tonight, guys. I'm sorry. New Year's Eve. Hi, Mama. New Year's Eve, there is, they've already foiled several large-scale attacks that were being planned. One of them was a cell phone attack, and it could have been planned for New Year's. We're not really sure, but they had 10,000 cellular devices all hooked up to computers that could all execute calls at the exact same time and all execute commands at the exact same time, basically doing a saturation shutdown of cellular services. It was set up in the New York area. And then now the FBI has shut down another large operation. This one was people bombing. They were going to bomb locations where there was thousands of people in LA and all up and down the California coast. That's scary. This was foiled. They've got the people. They got the bombs. We know for a fact it was going to go down. Now, Did they get it all? I don't know. So I'm going to try. I don't know if I can do it cuz I'm getting old. But my plan is to go on and stay on as late as I can New Year's Eve. California will experience New Year's at 3 a.m. I would like to try to stay on until 3 a.m. We'll follow New Year's as it goes across. Well, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. I really do. And yeah, and so New Year's Eve, I think we should be here because we'll ring in the new year together. We'll celebrate together, of course, and we'll recap what's happened over this last year, and we'll do all the usual shit. But we're also going to be monitoring for breaking news events. Do you believe this, Cat? She just loves me. She just loves me to death. What you doing? And she's one of those weird cats. The tail means she's happy. It's a dog thing. I don't know. Normally, a cat going like this with its tail would mean it's pissed off. Not this one. No, if I'm petting her and she's happy, the claws are going, she's climbing a ladder, and the tail's going 90 miles an hour back and forth. I'm thinking about taking a nap. That's the point. I don't know. I think we've got a show that night at work. So I'm going to have to go in and do a 3-hour show at work and then come home and do the show here. So, but what I'm going to try to do is rearrange my schedule a little bit so I can take a nap before I go to work. Yes, the way this cell phone thing was set up, what they could have done was, yeah, what? The way that was working is they could just suddenly saturate the system so bad that no one would be able to call 911. And then so if you had something else you were going to do, you would activate this system, and then in a few minutes no one would be able to call 911 to report the fire or whatever. Can I help you? She's freaky tonight. I don't know why are you being freaky tonight, huh? Why are you being freaky? All right, guys. All right, let me see. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and roll the commercials and go to the restroom, and I'll be right back. Naps can be good. I've also learned to siesta. I don't necessarily always go into a hard sleep. Sometimes I'll do like a 3-hour siesta where I just twilight. I'm actually getting pretty good at that. I used to hate naps because I would go in there and take a nap and I would get into REM sleep. And then for the rest of the day, I would feel like a piece of shit. And what I've realized is the key to a nap is to never get into REM sleep. You want to get into restorative rest, but not REM sleep. There's a difference. At night, you need REM sleep for your own sanity and for your own rest. But during the day, you don't want to get into REM sleep. It screws everything up. And I've learned this, and that's what I do now. So there you go. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to do a quick reset here. We're here. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, and we are here on Starship Adventures. And I'm going to be taking just a little short break here, like literally 5 minutes. Please don't go away. Every night when I take this little break, I lose half the audience. It's kind of sad. But I just can't sit here for 2 or 3 hours straight anymore. I've got to be able to get up and move around a little bit. All right, so this is Starship Studios. My name's Ian on Starship Adventures, the show, the Sights and Sounds of Earth. And we're going to be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to roll the commercials also, so we'll get those out of the way. And I'll be back, and we'll have a 20 or 30-minute segment here, and then we'll end the show. And then we'll be back tomorrow night for our special Christmas Eve edition of the Sights and Sounds of Earth. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
Sights and sounds of Earth. sights and sounds of earth. The sights and sounds of earth. The sights and sounds of earth. The sights and sounds of
Okay, so there we go. Guys, there we go. Listen, hey, I want to answer. There's a few things in the chat here we'll get to real quick. I want to just mention we talked about that cell phone thing. And somebody mentioned, isn't that what Israel did a year ago with the pagers? No, it was something totally different. In Israel, they managed to give pagers to terrorists, and then they blew them up. That's something totally different. What we're talking about here is these group of people had 4 or 5 different facilities, like back rooms, alleyways, where they had it secured. They had electricity run in there, and they had these banks of basically cell phones that were just the boards out of cell phones, and they were the little antennas sticking up on top, and they had literally thousands of these all wired into basically network boards, so that one computer could control like 100 or 1,000 cell phone transmitters, and it could initiate thousands of things at one time. And of course there would have been 50 or 100 of these systems running at one time in different parts of the city, and it would have completely shut down the entire cellular network and cellular internet throughout all of everything, throughout all the area, New York, whatever. These were in New York. Could these exist somewhere else? Absolutely. If they found them in New York, they've got to exist somewhere else. That's the worry there. As far as the other plot, that was literally Middle East folks planning basically a jihad type thing, where they were going to basically blow up bombs in different locations all along the East Coast, including locations where thousands of people are gathered. So that's pretty messed up. So on New Year's Eve, it's straight key night on AM mode on HF, and it's all 2 brigs. That's pretty cool. I don't do CW, but I'm also I'm interested. We could listen to a little of that, or we could talk a little bit about it that night. Yeah, I stopped taking naps. I felt like crap too. Let me tell you something. Read about the siesta. Read about, it's basically, I call it twilighting. I go in there and I'll put on a documentary about a plane crash or something. Something that's kind of benign but interesting. And I'll lay down and I'll listen. I won't watch it. I listen to it. I lay in the most comfortable position I can get in, and I listen to it. And I just allow my brain to wander off. But I don't go into a REM sleep. I close my eyes, and I do. It is there is a component of sleep to it. But when, like, I wake up or I open my eyes or the alarm goes off or whatever because I got to go to work, I'm already awake. It's not like I'm having to struggle back to this reality or anything. When I get woke out of REM sleep, that's something you condition to. I know that sounds crazy. That's actually something you condition to, waking up out of a REM sleep and being able to do something. During much of my life, I was a firefighter, and we used to get middle of the night calls all the time. And I had pagers for 2 different departments. And I would run calls with both departments on my day on at the one department, and then on my days off at both departments. I ran thousands of calls, and my pagers would go off all through the night. And a lot of times it would just be a medical call, and I'd reset it and go right back to sleep. Well, some of the skills you develop as a firefighter is the ability to reset your pager and go back to sleep, and you don't even remember it in the morning. But yet, if it was a fire, you would get up because you would realize it's a fire, I got to get up. But when it's a medical call, your brain will reset that pager and go back to sleep, and it's like literally you don't remember it in the morning. Your brain kind of got used to doing that. The other thing that was interesting is the ability to wake up and instantly do something. I want you to think about this tonight at 2:30 in the morning. Set your alarm at 3 o'clock in the morning. The moment that alarm gets off, I want you to jump up, put your clothes on, run out to the car, back out of the driveway, and drive down the street. You have 1 minute. The car needs to be out of the driveway in 1 minute. Yeah, it sucks. It's literally you condition yourself for it. You do things like wrap your jumpsuit around your boots and wrap your bunker pants around your boots and things like that, so that you can get dressed quicker and move quicker and get in quicker. And we had red lights all through the station so we wouldn't destroy our night vision every time the alarm would go off. It was kind of a thing. And it's funny because when I left the fire service after all those years, nearly 20 years, I left the fire service, and within 6 months, if I was startled out of a deep sleep, I was like a blubbering idiot for 2 minutes. And I'm like, what happened to me? I used to be able to you could blow an air horn and I'd stand up and start whooping your ass in 20 seconds. And then all of a sudden it's gone. It's something you have to, it's like muscles. You go work out. You're starting to see muscles. You skip a week, you're done. They're gone. Just like that. It's amazing. And it's like that too with the human body. Once the conditioning goes away and it stops, that's it, man. It's like you can't do that anymore. Um, yeah, when I say I take a nap, I siesta, I twilight. It's not a deep sleep. Um, yeah, I've done it in this chair before, although I really shouldn't. It hurts my neck. But I got this thing sometimes I have on here, and sometimes I'll just lay back like this, and I'll twilight out for a little while, and it's good. It's kind of like it puts your brain in neutral, it lets everything cool down for a while. It's, I don't know, I like it. So we lost Gil Gerard this week, Buck Rogers. He passed away. And then yesterday we lost Adam Nwu. Kind of sucks. All right, anything else, throw it in the chat room. I'm going to go through and check the news and everything real quick, but I am going to start winding down pretty soon. I'm pretty tired tonight, guys. I need to hit it. Boy, Hillary Clinton came out of hiding and she's not looking good. Lots of reports this year that the big Halloween, the big holiday things, a lot of the big holiday events and things are lackluster this year. And they mention them in here. There's like 10 different ones that on Spotify or whatever, or what is it? Not Spotify. One of those companies that rates everything. A lot of them this year are not rating as well, and they're finding that they were a little skimpy on this or a little skimpy on that, and that's just all a result of coming out of last year, which was really bad. And I think next year we might start to see a turnaround in some of this kind of stuff. Yeah, and that Prince Andrew guy, they've already found some emails in that latest release. Apparently, he was sending emails to that Ghislaine Maxwell woman requesting inappropriate friends, if you will. That guy's a piece of shit. A deadly nursing home explosion. This broke about 3 hours ago. An explosion at a Pennsylvania senior home leaves at least 2 dead and the search ongoing for survivors. Emergency crews from multiple jurisdictions responded to Bristol, Pennsylvania facility where at least 2 people died and multiple others were trapped inside. Such search and rescue efforts remain underway Tuesday after an explosion and partial building collapse at a senior facility. And let's see here. There's an investigation underway as to what caused the explosion. However, people reported smelling gas before the explosion, so there's not a whole big mystery here. I don't think I don't think that the Middle East has attacked one of our nursing homes. I think what's happened here is it's obviously a gas explosion. Pico says fire crews responded and reports of a gas odor shortly after 2 p.m. Then the place is called the Silver Lake Nursing Home. You worry about your loved ones in these places. It's going to catch fire. They're all going to die in there. I got to tell you something. We've come a long way. You're still going to have gas explosions and shit every now and then. But as far as like nursing homes burning up and killing all the residents, that only happens today in very rare circumstances where it's a small area, they were never made to upgrade the building and stuff like that. When they build a nursing home to today's standards, it'll never burn down. I mean, it just won't. I'm telling you. The way things are built now with sprinkler systems and the HVAC systems and everything else designed so that everyone survives the fire, survives so that everyone escapes the fire. This stuff, man, they've learned from these big fires at these big hotels in Vegas and these fires in these high rises and all this. They've learned from all this. And man, they're building places different now. Even single-story nursing homes built to a standard you wouldn't believe nowadays. And built so that there's not enough shit in there to burn. You'll get a chair burning or something, I guess, but the sprinkler will just come on and put it out. Heath, that depends on the facility. I believe that's a facility by facility thing. I know in some states it's allowed, in some it's not, and I don't know. I don't any more than that. I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Dom, I agree with you. That's been going on for a while now, where a lot of these events, every year, it gets more expensive to put on the event, so they have to cut something back. And there was one a while back. It was so bad. They showed the pictures of the advertisements and everything, and these parents showed up with these kids to this event, and it was a joke. It was a joke. It looked nothing like it. All the pictures were AI generated, and it was like they had these stupid little games that they bought on the way to the place that day. It was the most underplanned, ill-conceived, horrible thing in the world. And last I heard, everybody was supposed to get their money back. Yeah. Like I said, I think it is allowed in some places, not in others. My mother was in a good place. The second place we had her in was marginal. But the third place we've got her in is great. And now of course she's home now, and well, Heath, I could do that. How would I shoot it? I mean, it would be neat to shoot. I could shoot it from land I guess it comes close enough to land somewhere. I'm completely self-sufficient, meaning that I can set up somewhere, and completely be. In other words, I can run on batteries. I don't need electricity or anything. And I got a folding table, and I just go out there and stick up my folding table and set up my equipment on it. Hey, Carlotta. We've got some of those here too. There's a Cape Coral Christmas boat parade. Well, Dom, I'm kind of that way too. I'm a recluse. I'd rather stay home, but that's not getting it done on YouTube. I still need to go out and do stuff. All right, guys, is there anything else? Let's go ahead and there's not a lot to report tonight. I'm going through the news, and there's just not. The news cycle grinds almost to a halt during the Christmas holiday season. Now, with Trump in office, it won't be completely at a halt, I'm sure. But it is going to slow down quite a bit, and I wouldn't expect news to be nearly as rapidly coming out as it normally does. Um, I don't see anything else here. Oh my God! Did you see that they proposed a bill to prevent the fraud like what's happening in Minnesota, which is Waltz, the governor Waltz, remember, ran as vice president nominee. They're naming the new legislation to prevent this fraud the Waltz Law. I think that's awesome. They're going to name it after him. Yeah, I kind of like when there's no news. Hey Pam, how you doing? Yeah, I do like driving around to see the Christmas lights. I've thought about doing a night drive to go do Christmas lights one night, and I may still do that. I haven't decided. I had thought about, because I got to set the car up for, see, the problem is, if I set it up for Christmas, I have to tear it all back out again for the day after Christmas, because I need the front seat of the car. And then I could put it all back the next day. It's I don't know. Let me think about this. Yeah. That sounds cool, Heath. That might be an option for next year. Well, and you know what, neighbor? It's a mess everywhere. I think. I think. It's not as much in states like this where we keep an eye on shit like that. But I think we're going to find this kind of fraud going on in a lot of places. They were claiming to serve 16,000 meals a day in a town that only has 9,000 residents. So you're telling me everybody eats at least 2 meals a day in this entire town? I mean, I don't know. The fraud was nuts fraud. Anyway, a Zamboni. I'm surprised I even know what that is, living in Florida. I don't know if you'd have a hard time finding one down here. I know they probably buy them up north and bring them down here. We have one ice rink here in Lee County. I think one ice rink in Lee County, and that's down at the Tico Arena. Yeah, it was almost a whole Somali thing. It was crazy. All right, last call for the chat room, guys. I'm getting ready to sign up. I got a couple phone calls to make before I can go to bed, and I want to get to bed and all that. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I've still got stuff to do with this radio station and everything. It's Tuesday night, but it feels like Friday night. It's kind of weird. I don't have to work tomorrow. But anyway, I'll be back on tomorrow night, 9 p.m. And we are going to do. We're going to do the full show, the whole deal. I think that's pretty cool. I want to, I think it would be fun to, I think it would be a lot of fun just to, hang out on a holiday and we'll just talk. I'm not going to do hard politics tomorrow night. We're going to do fun stuff. We're going to do games and polls, and I'm going to try to find some fun stuff that we can do. And I hope everybody enjoys it. It should be good. That's tomorrow night. Also, Christmas night, I will be live. So we'll see how that goes as well. But everybody, I want to thank you for being here tonight. I want you to thank you guys for your loyalty to my channel. and I'm going to continue to work hard and try to provide better content every day. And thanks for letting everybody know about me, and hopefully we can get some more people in here. All right, I guess that's going to be it for tonight. Again, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. All right, everybody, my name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and the show is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, broadcast live from Starship Studios in Southwest Florida. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas tomorrow. 7 3s. We'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m.